Now we will begin the process of implementing equipment use flow into our existing Make My Widget flow definition. I will first explain exactly what we will be doing, then we will perform the actions within the application. If we take an overview of our current process flow definition, you can see that it is a simple two-step process that includes a serialization name value. We plan on implementing the equipment use flow in between the current step definitions. Here you can see the modified look of the flow. We will add step 15, which includes a name value type of equipment. This equipment will be the oven instance we already have stored in the application. However, we will need to generate a subflow that we will attach to our equipment name value. This new oven subflow will contain a step definition with a name value type of number. This number will be used for recording the oven temperature. We will begin with creating this step definition and adding the name value type number. We'll then create the oven flow and implement the step definition. Now we create the load oven step definition with our equipment name value. Within the name value, we attach the oven subflow to the name value of load oven step. And finally, we add the entire load oven into the main flow. Now we will perform the actions we just reviewed within the application. We can now begin by creating our oven cycle step definition. Choose Create New Step Definition and give it an auto-generated operation number and revision. It will also require a name value definition for recording temperature value. Its value type will be a number. Add the name value and move the step definition to active. Now let's create our flow definition. This oven cycle flow will use the previously created step definition for recording temperature. Name the flow oven cycle and again use the auto-generate number. Its flow definition type will be use equipment. Now we must insert the oven cycle step. After we move this new flow definition to active, it will be completed. Now we will create the load oven step definition. This step definition is what will be inserted into our standard flow. Choose Create New and name the step Load Oven with an auto-generated operation number. Choose Name Value Pairs and add Oven. For the value type, select Equipment. Select the Choose from Parts List button to select the equipment type that we will be using. In our case, it will be burn-in oven. Complete it and then select Add Name Value. We can now move the step definition to active. By clicking on the equipment name value we added, we will be able to select our equipment flow definition used when at this step. Now we can finally implement our new load oven step definition in our main flow. First, open our existing flow definition, Make My Widget. Click the Flow Definitions tab and move the item back to pending so it becomes editable. Now add the load oven step definition. Assigning a step sequence of 15 will insert this step in between our existing steps. Add the step into the flow. Move the flow back into the active state. We can now create a traveler and see the differences. Choose our edited flow definition. Requested part will be a widget B as before and the quantity of 5. Click the Create Traveler button and add the parts to the traveler. Check the part requested and modify the quantity to attach. Assign the serialization of the batch being processed and move the items into the next step. Now we finally arrive at our new load oven step. You will notice that we are now able to select the oven used to process this step. Check the appropriate oven and add it. We can now briefly view all active equipment. You can now see that there is a quantity of 5 parts being processed by this oven. Now we can further process this step and view the linked equipment use traveler. This is where we are now entering the temperature name value implemented. Enter the value and sign off the step. We are once again at our final step where we can complete the traveler. This concludes our implementation of equipment use flow. Thank you for viewing our help video tutorial.